Yeah, people, yeah. From the rising of the sun to the going down of the same. Your name is worthy. Your name is to be praised. All that. Listen, all that type carried on. Listen, what's going on, everybody? Y'all already know what time it is. I am so excited, y'all. Y'all have no idea. Listen, y'all already know. If y'all don't know who I am, y'all should know. But no, I am your boy, Jorad L. Holmes. I am the founder and the CEO of the largest independent gospel music award show right here in the state of Florida, which is the Florida Gospel Music Awards, formerly Tampa Bay Gospel Awards. And I am so excited. Y'all have no idea, y'all. Our 10th year celebration. Listen, this time in 2015, we had our very first award show for the Tampa Bay Gospel Awards. And here we are, y'all, celebrating our 10th year, our 10th annual celebration. And I'm just so excited. Y'all have no idea. I've been overjoyed all day long. And just what God is getting ready to do. Y'all have no idea. Listen, we're just excited. Listen, 10 years, y'all, that we have been in existence, celebrating and recognizing independent artists here in the state of Florida. For those that don't know about the Florida Gospel Music Awards or the Tampa Bay Gospel Awards, we launched 2015 for only the Tampa Bay artists. This was, I think it was like eight or nine counties that we did here in the Tampa Bay area. And just so excited for that. And that event was hosted by none other than my brother Samuel Rashad and Val Trenda. And down through the years, y'all, we've had some amazing individuals to host. We have Sandy Coggins, Pastor Sandy Coggins. We've had just everybody. Yolanda Fabian is on. She was one of our hosts, our co-hosts for the awards, and now she serves, y'all, as one of my board of directors for the Florida Gospel Music Awards. So I'm so excited to have her, as well as she serves as the division chair for the Spanish division of the Florida Gospel Music Awards. So when I tell y'all, we are growing when it comes down to the Florida Gospel Music Awards, and we have some amazing things planned. Saturday, if y'all have not gotten y'all tickets yet, y'all need to go get them because they are literally going fast. As soon as we finish tonight, I gotta check those numbers. So I don't know if we're gonna be sold out or not, because from what I'm told, people have been buying tickets left and right. So you might want to go get those tickets right now. Go to myfloridagospelmusic.com and grab those tickets right now. But I want to say congratulations. I'm going to start here and then we're going to move. Congratulations to all of our nominees, all of our winners down through the years of the Tampa Bay Gospel Awards and now Florida Gospel Music Awards. Thank y'all so much. Listen, I need y'all to do me a favor. I need you all to like, tag, and share, tag somebody. I need you to at least tag 5 people. Let them know that they need to be tuned in to this. Listen, I want to say a special thank you to my amazing staff, Paulette Upshaw West, because listen, anything deserves a team. You got to have a team. You can't do certain things by yourself, especially an award show. You got to have a team behind you. So shout out to my amazing COO, Paulette Upshaw Wells. Shout out to Armel Light, who serves as my stage manager. Shout out to Nicole Holcomb, my front end coordinator. LaJoy, who serves as my backstage coordinator, as well as my brother Elder Jamal Dorsey, who serves as the assistant stage manager. And I'm just so excited. And a major thank you. And to our new board of directors that we have that established through the Florida Gospel Music Awards, we have Yolanda Fabian, the Elder Dwight Fallins from Jacksonville. We have Lady Wanda Patterson from Jacksonville, Pastor Cynthia Melvin Portier from Fort Pierce, Reverend Lance Abercrombie from the Punta Gorda area, our Reverend Isaac Ruffin from right here in the Tampa Bay area. I think that's all. I think that's it for now. For now, we have more people. We have some more that we're going to be announcing within the next couple of weeks that I'm so excited. And then we have our special announcement on Saturday. So again, but I'm just so excited. I want to give a first and foremost, before we even go into discussion tonight, I gotta say thank you to all of our sponsors. We would like to thank Allen Temple, AME, Episcopal African and Methodist Episcopal Church, right there in Tampa, who is one of our title sponsors. Thank you so much, Pastor Glenn Dames. Thank you so much. If y'all know Pastor Glenn Dames, y'all tag him and tell him thank you, because without him, this could not be possible. So again, Reverend Glenn Dames, thank you so much, sir, for your contribution, and Allen Temple, and we will be there. We will be there on this coming Saturday for the prayer breakfast encounter. It's about to be bananas, y'all. My brother, Pastor Keontre Porter, is our prayer infuser, and we have some amazing artists that are going to be taking the stage during that. So again, Pastor Glenn Dames and Allen Temple, thank you, as well as Champion for Justice Attorneys at Law, Elder and Pastor Norman Harris, Pastor Attorney Norman Harris, who is the founder and owner of Champions for Justice Attorneys at Law, who is also one of our sponsors. Thank you so much, Pastor Elder, my brother, for being a title sponsor for this year's 10th year celebration. And to our gold sponsor, the one and the only, my jurisdictional prelate, my leader, my interim pastor right now, Bishop Anthony W. Gilliard, who is one of our gold sponsors. If y'all do not know who the Bishop Anthony W. Gilliard is, you need to know who that is. Before you need to hear him at least one time before the Lord calls you home. So listen, make sure you all tag Bishop and tell him thank you. Thank you to Bishop Anthony W. Gilliard, to the one and the only Embark Nation. That's right, Embark Nation. Dr. Archie Harrison Sr. and Lady C, all the way from Jacksonville, Duval. Listen, thank y'all so much for being a gold sponsor this year for the Florida Gospel Music Awards. I do not take it lightly whatsoever. Thank you so much for being a title sponsor. Listen, thank you, Dr. Harrison and Lady C, as well as my brother Martin Christie with the major chords. So as another sponsor, and then we have a lot of other ones that said, please do not please do not. They did this from their hearts, but I want to say thank you to everybody. You know who you are. We thank you. We have an individual that sponsored our banner this year. So thank you to that. We have quite a few people that have sponsored some other stuff for the weekend. So I'm so excited for our 10th year celebration. So we're going to have an awesome time. But listen, let's get ready to have this discussion. Tonight's discussion, we're going to be chatting with some of our past winners, y'all, from the very first year up until last year. We have quite a few. Some couldn't make it, but it's okay. I have some amazing individuals tonight that we're going to be chatting with them. So I'm trying to remember the years that they actually won. And I'm probably going to get this wrong. I really am. I'm probably going to get this wrong, which I should know this, but I don't. But God is still good, huh? So but I do remember. So we're going to start with year number 2. Year number 2, y'all. We had an individual, my sister, J.E. White, which is J.E. White. She wasn't unable to be on with her new position. Listen, make your money. That's one thing that I always say, make your money. So she was our very first year, but we're still going to talk about the very first year, as well as the second year. He won the choir director of the year, y'all. Choir director of the year. And this is my little brother, y'all. Absolutely love this guy. This is my brother, Bobby Ingram. Bro, what's going on?
Hanging out, man. How are you?
Man, I am good, feeling really, really, really good. Listen, to have my brother, I have not listen. The last time I saw my brother was a couple of weeks, I think last weekend, a week before last. And I have not seen my brother in God knows when. Uh, but it's definitely good to see my brother. Just grateful for him. So yeah, so listen, third year. This third year, we had two individuals. We have two individuals that won in that year. One of the individuals, she when I tell y'all, she to me is one of the most dynamic individuals that you all will meet. Real talk. She is an amazing vocalist, songwriter. I believe she is the founder of an organization that was just started, which is called Creology. I think that's the name of it. Right here in the Tampa Bay area. So y'all need to get connected with her. This is none other than my sister Janelle. What's going on?
Hi. Thank you for the introduction. Yes, I started
Absolutely.
Creatology, so thank you so much. I'm excited to be here. And congrats to you, 10 years. That's major.
Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
Listen, we're going all the way to South Florida, y'all. All the way to South Florida. My brother, my big brother, is on one of the most dynamic independent artists right here in Florida, y'all. Listen, when I tell y'all this is my big brother, this is my friend. Absolutely appreciate every time I see him, just amazing guy. And he won the third year. He won Artist of the Year, which is our top award of the night. So I'm excited. My brother, Micah Lee. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, brother? How you doing? I'm glad to be with you all tonight. How's everybody doing?
Listen, we're gonna talk about it more, but my brother just released a new single, Clap My Way. So I need y'all to do me a favor. I need y'all to make sure y'all got that song. Add it to your playlist. If you are a radio announcer and you don't have that song, please reach out to us. Reach out to me so we can get you that project. Let it bless you, because that's what it's gonna do. Uh-huh. So
We almost
we're
at
gonna
top 30, so y'all keep zooming that thing up.
absolutely, that's what's up. Listen, make sure y'all go get it. Go get it. Let's see. Listen, this particular lady, let me tell y'all something. I feel so honored to have this amazing woman of God. When I tell y'all, to me, she is one of the top worship leaders in the state of Florida, even though she doesn't live in Florida anymore. Uh, eh, but she's still one of the top worship leaders of my books. When I tell y'all, and just to know her, listen, absolutely amazing. She is probably on the panel tonight. She is and I said this to them before we got on. She is the only one that did not have an opportunity to experience the award show in person. But trust me, that's gonna change. Um, but again, she was the only one that did not experience the award show because we did it during the virtual year, and she was unable to do it in person. But she actually sent in a video, and when I tell you, absolutely amazing. She's an amazing worship leader, and she I want to say that was the sixth year she won during the virtual year. She won the worship leader of the year. So, ladies and gentlemen, one and the only Miss LaRue Howard.
Hello, hello, hello. What's up, Florida? My
What's
Florida family.
absolutely
It's good
love
to be
her.
here.
Listen, and then last but not least, y'all, listen, let me tell you something. If y'all don't know this individual here, y'all missing out on a whole lot. Because she's going to make sure that she knows that she's supporting you 100%. She's an amazing worship leader, an amazing artist, and the whole nine yards. And she won the seventh year of the Tampa Bay Gospel Awards. She tied with another artist for the Artist of the Year. And I'm so excited to have my sister and my friend, Phyllis Wall. What's going on, Phyllis?
Hello, everybody. What's happening?
Listen, and let me tell y'all something. That's how she's like that 24/7. So, and that's what I love. But listen, we're gonna jump right into this, but I'm so excited for just what God has done these 10 years of the award show, from Tampa Bay Gospel Awards into the Florida Gospel Music Awards. And let me just tell y'all something. Our very first year, y'all. When I tell y'all, this was our very first year of the Tampa Bay Gospel Awards, and when I tell y'all, I am just overjoyed. And this is what happened every single year. So personally, for myself, the entire staff, thank y'all for supporting the vision that we have set before you. I'm just so grateful. But when I tell y'all, the very first year of the awards, it was not easy. Anything that you launch, especially in this magnitude, it is not easy whatsoever. So again, very first year was absolutely amazing. We launched it, and here we are for our 10th year celebration. I'm just so excited. Listen, I'm going to jump into this question, and if anybody, again, this is an open discussion, an open forum to all of us tonight. So tonight, one thing about myself, I want to hear everybody tonight. So one of the things with the awards was to really find a way to really celebrate everybody. What was one of the things that you found different compared to other award shows with the Tampa Bay Gospel Awards? What was the one thing that you thought maybe was different? And that's anybody that wants to answer.
Well, for me, when I went, or when I hosted, as well, the thing, I saw a lot of people cheering for other people. You know what I'm saying? And that's super important. I'm really big on reassurance, especially as an artist, and as a creative. It's definitely important to like reassure others that, we want to congratulate you. We want to, see you successful. We want to make you feel as if you are valued. I think that's super important when it comes to award shows, because I've been to many award shows, and it sometimes, it could feel as if, um it's like a competition type thing, and whatnot. But one thing that I did notice when I was there was that people were really, celebrating other individuals, and that's what's important. You know what I'm saying? It makes you feel valued. So that's my 2 cents.
I love it. Anyone else?
Yeah.
Not everybody at once now. Not everybody.
So I think Bobby, you're
I,
muted.
Um, no, I think it's well, for me it was the fact that anybody gets a chance to vote, and they get to vote however many times, and it gives people, I don't know, it just gave people like just that sense of value, and that sense of like, wow, somebody actually noticed what I'm doing in a positive way. Because I believe for a lot of artists we do, but well, I'm not an artist, but hanging around a lot of artists, like artists do a lot of things and they don't get recognized for it. So I think just having that space of recognition, I think that's really awesome.
Awesome. Michael?
I think what really differentiates the show versus the many award shows that I've been to is that, and this differential, I think is I guess it is a positive thing. It's a good thing. I love how you uh, the service is more so ran like a service. It's really like a worship experience versus uh, timed and by the book and cues and clocks running down. It's not ran like a the normal award show, and that's definitely not a bad thing. I think that's an interesting dynamic for way that you run it. It's more of like a worship experience. So I've been to award shows where they have a moment where the Lord comes in because He can come in any moment, but it's ran like a timed. Um, there's a showrunner, there's a list of things to do, and in the time period that it's supposed to happen. Versus when I've been to your award show, it was more so like, hey, we're about to have church the whole time. So I think that's an interesting dynamic as to how you run the show. It seems completely more so spirit led versus, hey, we got to keep a time frame. And so that's an interesting dynamic. I can appreciate that.
Okay. Phyllis, and then I got a question for Miss LaRue. So
and,
Phyllis,
and you get out you get out before 10. Just to piggyback off of what you do, like if it start. Okay, so the one thing that I appreciate is it's like a big old family reunion. It feels like a family reunion with every artist, with everyone that walks in the door. Like, I haven't seen you since the last time you were here in Tampa. But then it's also the aspect of we can still go to a restaurant and get us something to eat afterwards and still be home at a reasonable hour because the majority of us have service in the morning. But I do like the fact that, it is God led above all things. It's God led. We have a Holy Ghost fun time. We get to dress up, put on our good shoes. For some of us, we put on our good hair. For some of us, it feels like we're coming together for a big family reunion to just worship the Lord together. That's my favorite part.
okay, and Miss LaRue, same question, but a little different because you was the only one that didn't experience it live, but with us doing it virtually, like how did you feel concerning the experience virtually? Because again, we had to do it virtually. We didn't want to do it in person, and then because COVID, I mean, people was passing left and right, so we had to find a way to do it. So, from your perspective, from the virtual year, like how did you feel about the show that particular year?
Yeah, I mean, everyone was virtual. That was our normal, our norm at the time. And let me pause and say, if you hear a lot of noise, I'm actually on a missions trip in El Salvador, and so I'm in the dining hall, and there's a lot of stuff going on. So I apologize for that. But for that particular year, being a part of the program, I felt like it went very smooth from my memory, because you and your host, you had very smooth transitions. It made it, I know you all were live, the two of you were live, and so it didn't feel like it was a completely pre-recorded event. It felt like it was live, and it felt like it was, going on in real time. And so it just, because everything was virtual at the time, I felt like it was very excellently presented. And it was definitely making the best of a difficult moment that we all were experiencing.
And definitely shout out to Sha Sha. Sha Speaks was the actual host that year for the virtual show. So shout out to my girl Sha Sha, or Sha Speaks. She will be with us on Saturday as one of our presenters. So definitely shout out. Listen, shout out to everybody that is tuned in. Clinton Campbell, he's one of our past winners. My brother Darnell Butler, he's one of our past winners. Listen, we have some amazing people that are in the building. Excited, Melinda Drake, y'all. She is another amazing artist, and she will be joining us She will be joining us this Saturday. But definitely, listen, I want to do this, and I know she wasn't expecting this, but for those that did not watch the virtual show, let's watch this, and I want y'all to enjoy this moment because I think she was actually the most talked about performance during the virtual show. I think that whole rest of that year, and then the following year, everybody kept talking about Miss LaRue Howard. Like that, it was just she, even though it was virtually, we still felt God, and it was an encouragement. So
you are for me. Nothing can stand in my way. I am secure in the arms of your love. Thank you for loving me. You are for me. Yes, God. Nothing can stand in my way. I am secure in the arms of your love. Oh, oh, you are for me. Yes, you are. Yeah. Nothing can stand in. I am secure in the arms of your love. Come on, can you raise it a little louder? Sing, you are for me. You are for me. Nothing can stand in my way. Nothing can stand in my way. I am secure in the arms of your love. Yeah, you are for me. Nothing can stand in my way. I am secure. Oh, thank you for loving me. Thank you for holding me. Thank you for keeping me. Nothing can stand in my way. I am secure in the arms of your love. Oh, sing, great are you, Lord. You're an awesome God. Great are you, Lord. You are a mighty defender. God is fighting for me, and all things are working for my good. I will sing. Oh, nothing can separate me. God is fighting for me. All things are working for my good. I will sing. Come on, sing that again. Sing that chorus one more time, right where you're standing. Lift your hands and declare it. Say, God is fighting. You don't have to fight. All you gotta do is worship Him and sing praises to His name. If you're wondering what you're supposed to do, this is it. Lift your hands and sing it. God is fighting for me. All things are working for my good. I will sing praises. So I will sing praises to your name. Say, I will sing praises. I'm gonna set myself, stand still, and watch you bring us through. I will. Yeah, I will sing, I will sing, I will sing, I will sing. I will sing praises to your name. Oh, I will sing praises to your name, oh God. Oh, because you love me with an everlasting love. Oh, your love never stops. Your love never quits. Your love never fails, oh Lord. I can rest in your love, God. I can trust in your love because you love me. I know that you are fighting for me because you love me. I know that you're working things out for me because you love me. I know you're going to cause me to come out stronger. Oh, because you love me. Because you created me for a purpose. I know that you're going to bring me through this because I know that you love me. I know that you're fighting. You're going to cause all things to work together for
Listen, that um here is the thing. A lot of people ask me sometimes, how do you go about choosing the particular songs for the artist to sing during the show? All I could really say is God. Because at the end of the day, Michael says something, it's spirit led and it's God led. Um, During the pandemic, that was a tough year for all of us. A tough year for all of us because I know we know at least two people that passed with COVID. And I mean close to us, those that we know far off. So choosing a particular song during that year was tough. But hearing God, and I said, God, I need a song that for, especially for Miss LaRue, I was like, hey, would you be possible to perform or whatever for the virtual show? And when I tell you, just trying to figure out which song, and literally, I was like, okay, I find that song there, Defender, um, Miss LaRue, and this is for anybody that really want to answer. Um, when you really think back to 2020, what is one thing or two things that you can say that you are grateful for 2020? Like, what is something that you can say that you're grateful for that took place? For me, and I'll start with me. For me, it gave me a true understanding of who God was. A true understanding of who God was. So, anybody else want to answer that question?
I think for me, it was just an opportunity to really uncover what, where was my faith, where was my trust. We had to undo the things, or put our undo things that we were so used to doing. Like, we were used to going to church, we were used to, doing all the things, relying on other people. It gave us an opportunity to really see where was our faith and where was our trust and where was our hope. And for me, it just reignited my faith in God and my hope and my trust in the Lord, unlike any other time. Yeah.
Awesome. I
I
love
think
it.
that was good, Miss LaRue. I think for me, it allowed us, well, for me, it allowed me to quiet up my mind. Um, and it's just like in the word, it's in Psalms about being still. It allowed us to be so present with God and really hear what He had to say. Um, what He was trying to speak to us all along. And I know, as for me, um, just going through so much stuff and doing so many things and being able to actually sit in His presence and understanding what the true meaning of being still is. It just took me to that place of quietness. It took me to that place of really hearing His voice, even through the chaos, even through, because I ended up getting COVID, and then understanding that He is Jehovah Rapha. He's my healer. He is my peace. He's all of those things. So I think during the pandemic, even though it was hard, it was definitely a moment for me to be still and to really hear out His voice and what He has for me and has done for me.
I love it.
I, I know for me, God showed me the two things was um, that one, God can still perform miracles in a famine, that God can still do the impossible things in a famine, that for the procrastinators who says, oh, I didn't have the time, I didn't have the time, all you had at that time was time. So now what's the excuse? What's the reason why you are not giving birth? What's the reason why you haven't wrote the book? What's the reason why you haven't wrote the song? What's the reason why you haven't written the vision and made it plain? So 2020 was the year for the procrastinators. It was, I know for me, I was comfortable with singing in the background. Like I was really good at cheering for others, being not seen. But 2020 really challenged me to be in the forefront and to introduce another side of Phyllis that people don't normally get to see through my worship or through my praise. So 2020 was my stepping stone.
I love it. So let's jump gears to here. Listen, Michael Lee had an opportunity. Like this is you just never know who I'm gonna call on with stuff. But Michael Lee had the opportunity to be a part of our very first workshop for the awards, because here is how I always have to say it, and those that know me, I take it very seriously, the educational side of the industry. We have the ministry down pat. We should. But it's the industry and understanding the business side. Michael, you have the opportunity to speak to our artists during that year pertaining to the industry. But what is something that you think that will help, and this you can answer, and then I want to hear other people, because this will help us for us moving forward. But what is some of the things that you think that artists should really look into when being an artist, when dealing with some of these award shows? What is something that you think that the artist should be looking for to help them push their ministry or their music? So what do you think?
That's an interesting question. Um, First, let me get this out the way before I forget to do it tonight. I want to tell, first thing, LaRue Howard, she is a legend. If y'all don't know
Is
how big of a legend she is. And I don't know if you remember me. It was 2014, right? And you hosted, they had this, it was like a competition show, right? You were one of the judges. It was like an American Idol kind of setting. In 2014, it was in either Fort Lauderdale or Miami that they had it. And you said the most phenomenal things about me, and then I won that year. And it was a great prize and all of that kind of stuff, right? But one of those things that you said to me, it really helped catapult my getting out of myself and saying, okay, I really can do this. I have a gift. And that's what really catapulted me into um, what I've been doing over the past few years and having the number one record and all of that stuff. But you said some things to me at that time. You were just like, hey, you are a gift. And this smile that you have, and you said your talent and all that, all kinds of stuff. And it really gave me this certain sense of confidence, like, hey, maybe I can do this thing. That was like 2014. I had to get that off the way. But talking about myself, um, to answer the question, I think with everything that you do, you have to take your time to have the knowledge and education. We perish for the lack of knowledge. Um, if something, you have to look at award shows as um, ways to network. You have to look at award shows as ways to build your brand. You have to look at award shows pretty much for what they're for. And I've watched certain award shows over the years where I'm not a fan or haven't gone back because I saw that they were playing off of the hearts of people who have been trying so hard for many years. They became almost like a money grab for them. And what we really were doing was using people who have not had as many opportunities and leveraging that um, as a money grab. And I'm 100% against that. So I think with award shows, you have to look at what they are. Um, take the time to really analyze them, analyze the people who are a part of them, the people who are putting on the productions. Um, I know your heart, Jorad. You're my brother first, so I already know what you do. I know how you feel. I know how you believe. And I know that it's not a money grab. I know the investment that you make into making it happen. And you really have a heart for people. So I can invest my time and my energy and be here for those who I know who really have the heart to help people get to the next place. Because there are so many talented, phenomenal artists out here who have not had opportunity. And all they desire to do is bless other people and have platform and use their uplifted platform to help other people. They have something that they want to share with the world. And so I look at what these award shows are, good award shows, as places where they can help expand your territory. And I've seen so many artists progress through the Tampa Bay Awards, and I've seen so many progress under you. So I believe that that's really a part of your charge, Gerard. That's a part of your calling. You're touching the lives of so many people. So it's important to utilize these for what they are for, to network, build relationships, build friendships, meet the other artists. It's amazing how a lot of times, and I often talk about this, that it's almost like the crab in the bucket, mentality. When I may have what you need and you may have what I need, and if we simply come together, we both can rise. But instead of doing that, the mentality quite often is, um, I don't want you to get ahead of me. I see quite often people who are okay if you're underneath them. They look at you funny when you're in the same place as them. But the minute you get just an inch higher than them, it becomes something else, right? And in the end, it's all about Christ, especially if you're saying you are a gospel singer. It's about the good news and it's about Christ. And we have to begin to really um, love one another and, like I say, utilize these things for what they are. So I said all that to say what you really need to do is use the platform for what it really is for, and that's building relationships. Because relationship building goes a lot further than your money can quite often. I'm done.
So I appreciate that. Yeah. So listen, first year, I want to play this video. Our very first year was a tough year for the Tampa Bay Gospel Awards because I want to say, and I know Paulette is on. I can't remember how many weeks prior to the show that we had to change a portion of the show. Because that year, and I want to say it had to be maybe a month or two. It was a month or two where one of my close friends, one of my BGVs, her and her two sisters and a best friend died in a car accident. All together, they all died that morning in that car accident. So we had to shift it, and then not even a couple of weeks after that, my COO lost her sister, and we literally had to shift it again because we wanted to really make sure that our goal was to respect the legacy of these individuals. Because one of the individuals, which was my COO's sister, she was a big supporter of what we do. Especially her and her sisters, they had a group, and I believe it was called the Upshaw Singers. I think it was Upshaw Singers or Upshaw Sisters, one of them. But a dynamic group right here in the Tampa Bay area, and they were all sisters. And from there, but this particular person, which was India Welch, like I said, her two sisters and one of their best friends died in a car accident. And it was kind of tough. Try not to be emotional because literally that same year she did BGVs on my second single, and to come back and get that notice that she passed was tough. This song that I'm going to play, and y'all excuse me how the video looks, but y'all get the drift. But her single, I had enough. I was like, God, again, like every other year of the awards, I needed to do a song in honor of her. So what better way than the ladies that she was nominated for Female Artist of the Year, and what better way than to have the other ladies that was in that category to actually do the tribute to her. So this is India Welch's song, which is called Goodbye Fear, Hello Victory.
You're the one who set me free. Transgression, suicidal, rejection, brings and family. Transgression, suicidal.
Yeah. So when I tell y'all that, I think that was one of the most emotional moment of the show. Because again, it was still fresh, and then having us to go through that Like it was just something. Bobby, question for you. So with you winning choir director of the year, what is an encouragement that you can give to upcoming choir directors that will help them on their journey of directing? Listen, he's also an educator, so he's a music educator, so that's a plus. Because he helps these kids, today's kids. More power to you. Uh, but an encouragement that you can give to these new choir directors that one maybe want to start an own choir, or and I'll even go into depths because like I said, we have something coming that I think is going to really benefit everybody. But what is one of the things that you can share to all of our new choir directors that maybe want to start a choir, even for the church choir directors and stuff like that?
Well, I'm gonna say three things. One, we have to remember that what we're doing is for Christ. The relationship with Christ has to be. You have to have a real one. Because as God leads you, then you'll be more effective. As God leads you, not as your flesh leads you, but as God leads you. So that's one. You got to have a prayer life. Two, you got to study. If you want to start a choir, you want to study music, you got to know what you're talking about because you're leading people in that art. And if you're going to lead people in an art, you need to be well versed in the art that you're wanting to lead. Three, you got to have relationships because you have to have somebody to ask questions to. You got to have that support. You have to have somebody who's already walked your shoes. Um, so I think those are the top three things. You got to have a relationship with Christ. You got to study, and you got to have a mentor. I know for me, during the time that I won the award, I was the university choir at Southeastern, and any and everybody who I knew, I called everybody that I knew was uh, doing choir, doing gospel songs. Right, I think I had you in Lakeland for a few rehearsals, and I called Christian. I called everybody who I knew in the area that was a choir, and that I knew had better choirs than I did. So I humbled myself and I brought in people who were producing what I was trying to produce, and I learned from them. And those are things that I've kept for a lifetime. That even after me leaving SCU and going and directing other choirs, and now being the minister of music for my church, things that I picked up from those relationships. So those are my thoughts. Those are my thoughts.
Absolutely. I love it. Miss LaRue, we said this, Michael said it, and it's true. And Miss LaRue Howard is a legend, y'all. Real talk, like a true legend. But what is one thing that you can encourage worship leaders? Because again, you won worship leader of the year. But what is something that you can encourage worship leaders? Again, Bobby spoke to the choir directors, but what is something that you can share to the worship leaders that are listening and going to watch this? What you can share with them?
Such a great question, and thank you for asking me that. I will give you an answer that is very transparent. I remember leading worship at a new church that I was at a few years ago and being frustrated that the congregation was not responding the way that I felt like they should have responded. And in that moment, I felt like God was asking me, are you expecting them to go somewhere that you haven't first gone? So we have to, as worship leaders, make sure that we are cultivating a worship experience personally first before we can expect to lead someone in encountering the presence of God, right? It's not just welcoming in God's presence. No, he's already here because he's everywhere. But what it is, it's becoming aware of his presence, right? If we haven't first taken the time to become aware of God's presence, then how can we expect to help someone else become aware of it? It's, it's like, you introducing me to someone that and you don't really even know me. So how can you introduce me to someone when you don't know me? So, taking that time to really cultivate your own personal worship experience by reading the word, by praying, by studying your music, and how are you experiencing God's presence in these songs? Is it just a song that you just like? Is it a song that you just love on the radio? Have you encountered God's presence, become aware of God's presence in these songs? So let's cultivate that first personally, before his people and helping his people become aware of his presence. Does that help?
Ooh, listen, that's some good stuff right there. And she just did a teaching in less than 5 minutes, y'all. Like real talk. So thank you. Yeah, absolutely. Bobby and Miss LaRue, thank you for that. Listen, I'm coming to Janelle because I got something to show y'all. That she gonna be like, what? But Phyllis, so listen, Phyllis, you have the opportunity. You have the opportunity to minister, I want to say during the pre-show 1 year, and then being a winner. So being a part of the pre-show, again, we don't do the pre-show with the awards, not like that anymore. But what is something that you remember from being a part of the pre-show during the actual awards? Oh, can't hear you. Nope. It's technology. Ain't that something? They just won't let her be great. So just go out and come back in. So let me go to Janelle. So one thing that I said this, not actually I have never told her this, but Janelle is an inspiration to me, y'all. Real talk. She's a major inspiration to me. Just seeing everything that she does. She is, let me tell y'all something, one of the most dynamic artists, entertainers, performers, choir directors, like the whole 9 yards. And that's another thing. She won choir director of the year. And I want to say that was I can't remember what year she won, but she won choir director of the year. But you got the opportunity to minister on the stage with J.E. White. I was like, I need somebody to open up the show. And I was like, I don't know who to get. And then that's when Michelle Williams from Destiny's Child, she came out with the song, When Jesus Say Yes. And she's Caribbean. So like this here, and I mean, she blessed us so much. So how did it feel? Because I remember you coming the 3rd year when we was at Brown Memorial, and then getting the opportunity to actually take the stage. Like, how did you feel? And then to win for choir director of the year. So how did you feel about that? And how did it help you to be who you are today?
Well, I was always nervous. People don't think that I was extremely nervous simply because this is full transparency. I grew up in the church. I grew up singing in the church and stuff like that. And I would always rehearse, like, okay, what am I going to say? What am I going to say? I'm singing in front of, Christian folk. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, hope I don't say anything wrong. So I was in a place of not being authentically myself. So just full transparency. But I've always been like that when I had to minister in song in church and stuff, because I was trying to mask who I truly was. But on the positive note, I thank you for asking me to do that, because it was allowing me to overcome my fear. of just trying to rehearse what I was going to say when God had already implanted what he was going to say in me. You know what I mean? So it was more so of like, it was an anxious feeling and whatnot, because just like what Miss LaRue said, sometimes we think like, why isn't the audience or the congregation, responding to what it is about? Because Caribbean music and soca and reggae, all of those types of is different from an American crowd, because sometimes people, they're not used to that genre of music. So it was like two different things. First of all, ministering in song in front of, people who n- not I rarely knew in the gospel realm, and then also embodying my Caribbean side. So it was just like two things that I had to deal with that was truly difficult. But I'm glad that I was chosen to do that, because like I said, it allowed me to overcome my fear and allowed me to really go to a place of, hearing God's voice and knowing that he's given me the words already, through the song, through my own testimony and whatnot. So I believe that every performance, even, every time I get to minister, and even in that moment, it did create, a better artist in me, a better, instructor, vocal coach, whatever it is and stuff. So it can help me overcome those fears of, trying to feel as if, I don't have the words to say when really I do, So yeah. Can't hear you. I think you're on mute, Jorad.
Uh-huh. So y'all need to follow Janelle and everything that she's doing through, and it's Creology. I think that's how I said it.
Apology.
Creatology. There you go. Listen, because to witness what they're doing with this organization during, I think it was a live recording for Darius Washington recently. Um, and to witness everybody was amazed. Like, real talk. So all you creatives, those that songwriters, this is another amazing person that y'all need to connect with concerning what you want to do. Because listen, she does it well. Every time she does it, I'm always doing something. But 2025, we're gonna make sure that we definitely support what she's doing. Let me tell y'all something. 10 years has not been easy, y'all. Has not been easy whatsoever. Um, I'm just being honest. And I can say, and I think everybody on this call can really say what they do has not been easy. Has not been easy. And I mean, from taking big stages to even trying to release music, and the whole 9 yards. It has not been easy. But I'm just so excited for what God is doing through the Florida Gospel Music Awards. Listen, I want to take a break real quick. Listen, again, I said thank you to all of our sponsors. Our gold sponsor, we have our title sponsor, sorry, is Allen Temple AME Church with his pastor Glenn Dames. Listen, thank you so much for your support. Attorney Elder Norman Harris with Champions for Justice, attorneys at law, law firm. Listen, if y'all know anybody that needs an entertainment lawyer, contact Champions for Justice, attorneys at law. He is a entertainment lawyer and he's a pastor. So you got both worlds. Hallelujah. So he knows his stuff, but definitely an amazing preacher, an amazing pastor, amazing friend. So I bless God for him. My jurisdictional prelate, my bishop, and my interim pastor, which is one of the only, Bishop Anthony W. Gilliard. He is a pastor in 2 states, 2 cities, 2 states. He is the jurisdictional prelate of the Southwestern Florida Ecclesiastical Jurisdiction, as well as He is the pastor of Bethlehem, Judah, right there in New Jersey, as well as Brown Memorial right here in Tampa. So thank you so much for your support, as well as Embark Nation Distribution, y'all. Shout out to them for their sponsorship. Thank you so much. And my brother Martin Christie with Major Chorus. Thank you guys so much. Listen, and to my board of directors, y'all, listen, we're going to be doing some amazing things so that y'all will know exactly more of them. But I want to give a major shout out to our board of directors. Thank y'all so much. Let me tell y'all something. I have one of the best board of directors known to man. And all of them have definitely extensive knowledge of the industry. So I'm so excited about that. But listen, tomorrow night, y'all, tomorrow night, we kick off in person. That's right. We kick off with the Emerging Artist Show. We kick off with the Emerging Artist Showcase hosted by my brother Montrell Harris. We have 3-time NAACP and Grammy nominated artists. Nathan Mitchell, he will be in the building on tomorrow night. He is an amazing artist. Listen, he is a jazz artist. He has been nominated for, like I said, 3 NAACPs for Jazz Artist of the Year. I think it was Jazz Artist or Jazz Album, one of them, for NAACP as well as Grammy. So excited to have him. We have some amazing artists. This will be held at Peace Progressive right there in Tampa, Florida, and it's absolutely free. Look at your neighbor. Y'all type in the comments, free. Y'all know y'all like free stuff. So y'all might as well come on out. If you don't have anything to do, come on out. It is free. Listen, our Saturday morning prayer breakfast encounter is sold out. Sold out. So we are not accepting anymore. But I love that. Ain't that good when God says sold out? That's a beautiful word, especially when you do events and you hear the word sold out. God is so good. So I'm so excited for these amazing individuals. Listen, Saturday morning, we're going to be giving out trophies. Saturday morning, we have 25 categories. We can't give them all out at the main show. We'll be there all night. But Saturday morning, we're going to be giving out trophies. This is a moment. The whole weekend is networking. Michael Lee says something, network. So make sure you all get out and network, bring your business cards, bring what you need to push your ministry, your project, pastors, elders, singers, songwriters, groups. Make it your business to be in the place. We have Dina Ramey from Miami, Florida. We have Amanda Jackson from Lakeland, Florida. Tisa Stevens from Arbondale, Lakeland, Florida. We have DeMarcus Williams from West Palm Beach, Florida, y'all. And we have my brother, my one and the only brother that I love. That is my little bro, y'all. He's going to be leading us into a moment of prayer and intercessory, so you do not want to miss. Listen, so those that are coming, I'm excited to see you all. This is a moment for networking. And let me tell y'all something. Good breakfast food. I know y'all like good food. So we have some good groceries for you all, as well as, so we're going to be doing some fun entertainment. But the main purpose of this event is prayer, because at the end of the day, we all need prayer. We all need prayer some way, somehow, especially with a lot that is going on. We all need prayer. And then Saturday night is the big shebang. That is the 10th year celebration of the Florida Gospel Music Awards, formerly Tampa Bay Gospel Awards, hosted by Courtney Sharp and Cepeda McKay. Listen, we have some amazing artists that are going to be taking the stage. This is our 10th year celebration. Listen, we had to go big. So y'all, let me tell you, y'all are in for a treat. We have some amazing artists, our trophies, everything. So make sure you all, if you have not gotten your tickets, please do so. Go to myfloridagospelmusic.com and grab your ticket right now. Grab your tickets right now. You do not want to miss this event. And then congratulations also to all of this year's honorees. We have Dr. Jeffrey Johnson, who will be receiving the Founders Award. We have Dr. Mark Payne, who will be receiving the Most Notable Award. And another amazing, prolific musician right here in the Tampa Bay area. My brother, Keyshawn Miller, will be receiving the Dr. Peppy Hendricks Award of Excellence. An amazing musician that I'm excited about honoring him. We have the new Ceylor C's, who will be receiving the Lifetime Achievement Award. Over 75 years of ministry, y'all. That's a long time to be in ministry. So definitely. And then the Exciting Gospel Warriors will be receiving our Legend Award. So excited for them. A major shout out to Paulette Upshaw Wells that is tuning in. Because of her, we started this initiative, which is called the Dr. C.P. Epps Pastoral Leadership Award. He was an amazing pastor here in the Tampa Bay area. And we are honoring 3 individuals, Dr. N.S. Sanders, Dr. H.L. Daniels, and Pastor Madison Murray Sr. Pastor Madison Murray just turned 100 years old, y'all. 100 years old that he just turned. So I'm so excited that he will be with us on Saturday. So again, this is the brainchild of my COO, Paulette Upshaw Wells. So I'm so excited that we get to honor Dr. N.S. Sanders is 90 years old and Dr. H.L. Daniels is over 90 as well. So, but just to honor these individuals, it is a blessing. And then also let's keep the family of Superintendent Charles Davis. Superintendent Charles Davis was one of our honorees last year, and his funeral is this Saturday. So it's kind of emotional because I won't be able to attend the services because we'll be in the prayer breakfast. But let's continue to keep the Davis family and College Hill Church of God in Christ. Let's continue to keep those ministries and everybody that is connected to them in prayer. But listen, I'm so excited this weekend, what's getting ready to take place. Listen, Bobby, what do you got coming up? Anything coming up with the school? Listen, like I say, he's a music teacher, y'all. So but I think he's a band teacher as well. So what's coming up for you?
Well, right now, the band world, we call this Bandtober. So every weekend, have a band competition. I won't be able to be at the award show this weekend because I have a competition. But that's just pretty much it, man. Band competition every weekend in October. My church, City of Faith, we're always doing something. We're getting ready for our Holy Convocation. So the music ministry will be debuting our choir, our awesome praise team. Those are the projects that I'm working on.
Awesome. Sidebar, Dr. Mark Payne, we was just talking about you. Listen, I'm telling y'all, this is a prolific musician, y'all. Listen, y'all got to go back on the Florida Gospel Music Awards page, and you'll be able to see one of the interviews that I did with him, and he actually played live. He did, I forgot what song he did live, but when I say it blessed me real good. So yeah. Janelle, what do you got coming up, sis?
Quite a few things. My main thing is honestly focusing on creatology. Of course, we're 4 years. This is the 4th year of the Creatology Experience Conference in 2025. It is going to be July 10th through the 12th. Super excited about that. And then, of course, just doing things for creatives. Allowing them to advocate for themselves. That's my main focus right now. When it comes to putting out new things, I will be announcing that pretty soon and stuff. Just trying to make sure I get the legal stuff down and the business stuff down first before I give it out to the world. But I'm super excited about that. Of course, I'm performing, singing. Next week, I'm actually at Disney, singing at Disney World. So just I got a contract with them, so I'm really excited about that. And yeah, vocal coaching. I just started working with an organization for teens Actually, Mr. Darnell Butler, he actually put me as one of the lead instructors for the ACT program for teens, as far as like them being creative. So that has been a blessing to give back in that light. So, just really allowing God to use my gifts that I've been quiet on for quite some time. So I'm just in a place where, you know, I'm learning to not be afraid to use those gifts and then to allow that to pour into other people, with the things that I am doing and stuff. Cause I have a lot and I have a lot of gifts and I'm not going to shut my mouth about it as well. So yeah.
I absolutely love it. Listen, can you share with the people what is creology? I think I said it wrong
Create.
again.
Okay. The first thing we're gonna do.
Creatology. I got it. Creatology. Got it. Yeah. So listen, can you let us know what this organization is about and the purpose of reason why you started this organization?
Thank you for first of all, thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk about it. So yes, so Creatology is an entity an initiative that I started a few years ago. I always wanted to create a safe space for creatives, and a lot of people throw around that word safe space, and sometimes sometimes creatives don't feel valued, right? Sometimes we go through, as they say, the imposter syndrome, even though I don't believe in that. But I wanted to create an initiative where creatives will be able to feel valued, and we provide those resources and those tools that they need in order for you to become a better creative. You know what I'm saying? Whether if you're in the gospel realm, whether if you're in the R&B realm and stuff of that nature. And another thing, like with allowing them to learn how to network, because a lot of people, we throw around the word network, but we don't know how to network. You know what I mean? We don't know how to build those genuine relationships. We don't know how to actually advocate and speak up for ourselves as creatives, and understanding that what I have to say is of value. So Creatology is that initiative that gives those creatives those resources so that they can be their best selves through our conference, through our different events that we have. We recently just we're doing a quarterly event called the Innovation Labs, where we provide free workshops, in person and virtual, for creatives, whether if it's in marketing, whether if it's in branding, whether if it's getting your books and your finances together, whether if it's doing all of those things, whether if it's knowing thyself. It's super important. So we just want to create that community, and it is going to be major, and it's going to be big, and it's going to be bigger than just Florida. You know what I mean? And I just have a love. I call myself the creative advocate. I can talk all day about creative, so I'm going to be quiet. But I just thank God that He has given me my purpose, and allow that to show through Creatology. So yeah, that's what that's about.
Awesome. So make sure y'all get connected to her. And I know that she's always listen. How can they? And I'm coming back to you, Bobby. But how can they connect with you? How can they even sow a seed? Because again, and I know it
Oh,
costs.
say it.
Yeah, it
I
costs to do a lot of this stuff. So how can they get in contact with you? How can they get in contact with organization, as well as how can they sow a seed in the ministry?
So thank you so much once again. So you can follow I usually say don't follow me, follow my my businesses. But for Creatology on Instagram, it's Creatology. So that's Creatology. And you could follow that. You could definitely DM us. You could send an email if you are interested in being a sponsor, or to donate towards the conference, because it is expensive getting the buildings, because this year, our first year, we actually presented scholarships for creatives. We want to do that more. We want to turn the organization into a nonprofit, because it is currently a for-profit business. So if you do want to do that, we do have sponsorship packages that we want to give out. So you can directly contact me on social media, or you can hit me up on my website. That's www.iamjanelle, that's JNELLE.com. and let's talk. Let's set up a 30-minute chat so you can hear what it's about. So that's how you can contact me and stuff. I really need it. We really need it because, it's all for the creatives.
Awesome. Bobby, how can they get in contact with you?
Oh wow. Best way to get in contact with me is I'm gonna say really Facebook. Yeah, just send me a message. I am always willing to help anybody with anything music related, band related. Just hit me up. I got you.
Awesome. Phyllis, what's coming up? What you got coming up, Phyllis Wong? Yes, you. Yes, you. What you got coming up? Yeah, you. You're on mute. Can.
Again?
No, I can hear you.
No.
We
Oh,
hear
I
you.
was gonna say the devil is a liar. Yeah. All of that. All of it. I'm sorry. I was so unprofessional. Ask the question again.
What do you got coming up next?
So I just released my first book. It is called Healing Out Loud. My recovery after divorce is
That's probably, yeah, your phone is going in and out, woman of God.
Oh, I'm behaving.
So
I'm
we hear you
doing
right
what
now.
thus saith the Lord.
So we can hear you now.
Oh, okay. So good. So it's called Healing Out Loud, My Recovery After Divorce. It is a book about how you can still serve the Lord, be a minister, be a pastor, and still go through a divorce. And it's just my journey of healing out loud. I just released it. I'm super excited about it. Right now, that's really the big things that are happening in my life. Um, Transparency moment. I was going to retire this year from singing just because of the things that are going on in my life right now. I lost everything in Hurricane Elaine, taking care of my mom and my daughter. And I was like, you know what, Lord, I'm really good. If I don't sing another note, if I just be that praise and worship singer, I'd be all right. But then I was telling someone the other day, I need a stone because in the Bible, when the children crossed over, God instructed them to leave 12 stones at the Red Sea as a reminder of what God brought them from. And so God gave me my stone, and I'm not going to retire. You're welcome. But I am really super excited. There's a song that everybody sings, and I'm really, really holding on to the song. The vamp says, I sought the Lord, and he heard, and he answered. That's why I trust him. And this is my season of, can you really trust me when you've lost it all? Can you really sing what you've been ministering about? Are you really living what you're ministering about? And so that's what's happening for me. You can contact me on all streaming outlets at I am Phyllis Wong, serious inquiries only. And I am super duper excited about seeing each and every one of you. Bobby, I'm gonna miss you. Bobby, I love you. But yeah, I'm super duper excited about what God is going to do at the 10th annual Florida Gospel Music Awards. So yeah, that's it. That's all.
Awesome. Yeah. So make sure y'all go get the book. Yeah. Y'all go. It is available now. Healing Out Loud, My Recovery After Divorce. So make sure y'all go to Amazon and get it. Listen, she didn't share everything that's coming up for her. So I got the privilege of doing it because I know her very well. Listen, she has the opportunity. I reached out to one of my fellow colleagues and I said, hey, I have an artist that I think you would love to hear. So I got her an opportunity to minister at the Spin Awards.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the largest and only award show for those in radio. So I'm excited with myself being, I think this year I am nominated in 5 categories. Um,
5, sir.
I'm nominated for my radio show, the J Praise Morning Show. We're nominated, and then I'm nominated also with the Florida Fresh Friday, as well as WFAB-DB, which is the radio station that my show is on, which is Yolanda Fabian. She is the owner and operator of the WFAB, the Yolanda Fabian Radio. So she's nominated as well. So excited that my sister Phyllis, will be ministering during the Dope Women in Radio, which is on that Thursday. So I'm excited about that. So again, the Spin Awards, like I said, is the largest and the only radio award show catered to recognizing those that spin gospel music. So a lot of you all independent artists that have music, if we have not gotten your music to play, make sure y'all send it to us. Praise. We would love to play y'all music on the radio so we can get y'all out there. But yeah, so make sure you all, if you don't have your tickets, listen, there'll be more information that's coming out soon from the CEO of that award show. So yeah, Miss LaRue, what do you got coming up? Listen, Miss LaRue is traveling the globe. She's on a mission trip in, I think it's El Salvador, I think.
Yeah.
So what you
First things first is to get home tomorrow. Try to go home. But yeah, I am living in just outside of Chicago, Illinois. And so a new role that I'm in now is a worship development pastor at a church called Willow Creek. So working with the worship pastors at 6 different campuses has been consuming a lot of my time, which has been a blessing, but also taking some more time to provide more resources regarding my, in addition to my vocal athlete brand. So I just recently received my trademark for that. Some of you may have seen that, vocal athlete. And so I'm excited about getting that off the ground and running and providing some resources. Janelle, looking forward to connect with you with its creatology, and however I can support you all would be great too. So that's what I got.
Awesome. Yeah, I've been like I said, I've been following Miss LaRue with everything with her brand. Absolutely. Like I said, and I will continue to say it, Michael Lee, it is an honor to have Miss LaRue. And I know humble as she is, I got to respect who Miss LaRue Howard is, because let me tell you something. Beyond the awards of us, do y'all know that she is an actual Dove Award winner?
Period. Facts. That's the end.
Like beyond being a winner for my show, she is an actual Dove Award winner. So I celebrate this gift that we have. She doesn't live in Florida, but she's still a Floridian. So I just bless God for Miss LaRue for just saying yes, like real talk, saying yes to being a part. Because let's be honest, some artists may not have that same spirit like Miss LaRue, especially the status of who she is. That shows her character and who she is. Independent artists don't, and listen, I'm not trying to go into teaching moment, but don't always try to feel like you have to, how can I say it without trying to say it the right way? You don't always, don't worry about it. But anyways,
amen. Amen.
But Miss LaRue definitely, I celebrate you. Go get all her music, y'all. All of them. Every last one of them. Same thing with Phyllis. Same thing with Janelle. Y'all go get all their music. But listen, South Florida, y'all. South Florida's own. And I said it at the beginning. My brother has released a new single. Clap My Way. Listen, it's taking off. It is on the charts. Micah, talk about the song and if anything else that's coming up. Before you do that, listen, we're continuing to pray with and for you. We know that you just laid to rest your father on this past week, so we're continuing to pray with you and your family during this moment. But talk about the song and if anything else new that you got coming up.
Absolutely, and thank you so much again for having me on today. My brand new single, "Clap My Way," is impacting radio right now. It's produced by Uncle Freddie, Dark Child, and it is a banger. The song, just even talking about what the song was or is, it's currently entering the top 30 right now at radio. So God is good. It's on its way to number one. Um, and it's just taking radio truthfully by storm. What the song is even about was about my father. I've watched my father for years, over 18 years, battle with prostate cancer. Never once did I hear him complain, and I used to just watch him and admire how super strong he was, and how he would just clap his way past anything and say, "Hey, you got to keep living, you got to keep moving." It also was inspired from myself. A number of years ago, I was in a car accident where I had to have my foot and ankle reconstructed. And when I got out of that wheelchair, I was on a walker, and every step felt like I was going 5 miles. But I would just quote God's word back to myself to encourage me. I would say, "No weapon that's formed against me shall prosper." I thought about the scripture that says, um, "They that wait upon the Lord, he shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, for thou art with me." I would just quote scriptures back to myself. And it seemed like every day I got just a little bit more power. And so that's what this song actually is. It's a blueprint for people who are going through tough and rough situations. And it's amazing how my own songs have encouraged myself during this hour. But it's a blueprint on how you can just get past anything. And using God's word, I would just quote it back to myself because his word does not return void. So it is a scripturally based song, but it's a banger. It's a dope record. So I encourage you to go and listen to it. It's available on all digital platforms right now, and it is fire. Request it at your local radio stations, and it's already, if it's not already playing there, and it's called "Clap My Way." A little bit more about, I guess, who I am. I don't really like to talk about myself, Jorad, because I'm just Micah. But um, God has been good to me. I do multiple things. I'm a singer, songwriter, actor, model, brand ambassador. And I also have a consulting company in which I help artists navigate through this landscape, the business acumen that they need to have through this business. I currently have about four of my artists are in the top 50. Yeah, so God is really good to me when it comes to that. Got a lot coming up, a lot. So I've been trying to work out a little bit because I have this campaign that I'm about to do for Gatorade this week. I also do have quite a few engagements coming up, including uh, the Spin Awards. I'll be performing on the main stage at the Spin Awards. I will also be performing the next week in Chicago at the Ability Awards on the main stage. So I'm excited about those events. I also. Um, and yeah, I got a whole bunch more stuff, just a bunch of gigs. And, I'm trying to also figure out, I guess, what this new normal of things are, without my father, who was a big inspiration in my life. So this is um, just kind of navigating through what that landscape looks like. And I'm able to do it with the work because the work continues. And I know that's absolutely what he would want me to do. So that's why I'm making sure that I was here tonight, trying not to be late, and continue to press on, man. So you guys do keep me in prayer. And again, I'm excited to be here and just fellowship with you all. It's therapy for me, So we're here, man. I got a lot going on. That's me. Oh, also, follow me on social media. You can find me on Facebook. Just find a really handsome man with a well-groomed beard and a pretty white teeth. His name will be Michael Lee. find me there. Just like it's spelled right there. You can find me on Instagram, and my Instagram is lit. You can see what country I'm in, when I'm recording in the studio with Rodney Jerkins or Freddie. You can see me. Um, what country I'm traveling in and whatever excursion I'm doing at the time. You can see what I'm eating because I love to eat, working out, whatever I'm doing. Oh, also, I'm working on my new album. I'm super excited about that. I figured I finally might as well do that. Been putting out all these singles. Guys blessed me with 4 top 10s and a number one. Working on the second number one, and so yeah, I figured we might as well do the album. I have some dope features too. We have a record with The Truth is on there. I also recorded a record with Pastor Kim Burrell on the album, and I just finished recording one with Pastor John P. Key too. So my record is it's a lot coming. But right now we're working with Clap My Way, so you guys gonna get that. And that's it.
Awesome. Listen, I want to say thank you to everybody that tuned in. Listen, Miss LaRue Howard, Phyllis Wong, Michael Lee, Bobby Ingram. Thank y'all so much. I'm looking forward to working with you all very soon. And you all have and enjoy the rest of your night. And we're praying for you. Safe travels back to the States, Miss LaRue. Definitely praying. Listen, y'all. So listen, I'm so excited. Like I said, we have this starting tomorrow in person. Y'all be my guest at Peace Progressive Missionary Baptist Church right there in Tampa, Florida, 2607 East 24th Avenue in Tampa. We're going to have an awesome time. Starts at 7 p.m. in person. So make sure you all get in the building. We have some amazing artists. And again, y'all enjoy y'all night. It is the 10th year celebration of the Florida Gospel Music Awards. We'll see y'all tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Listen, y'all be blessed and have a good night. Love y'all.